In our earlier videos, we already explored NAS hardware setup, NAS internal components, drive installation and Synology DSM overview. We also learned about NAS technology, cloud storage concept and how modern backup system work. And in this tutorial, we are continuing the Synology DS1525 NAS setup and configuration process step by step. In upcoming videos, we will also learn RAID creation, share folder configuration, use and group management, backup solutions, and many more advanced NAS features. NAS and cloud storage technologies are becoming very important for future data protection, centralized storage, and backup systems. So if you want to continue learning Synology NAS RAID technology, networking, storage management, and server administration, continue learning with FIX TRIX. Today we are going to set up the powerful Synology DS1525 5-bay NAS server. This is a professional network storage solution designed for home users, office, content creator, and backup environment. The DS1525 comes with 5 drives base, allowing us to install multiple hard drives for massive storage capacity and data protection. With Synology Disk Station Manager, also called DSM, we can easily manage file, create backup, share data across the network, and even build a private cloud. This NAS also supports RAID technology, helping protect important files if a hard drive fails. In this video, I will show you the complete setup process step by step. Now looking at the backside of the NAS, we can see the power connector used to connect the power adapter. Here we also have 2 network LAN ports. These ports allow the NAS to connect to the network and support faster data transfer and network redundancy. Now let's look at the front side of the Synology DS1525 NAS. Here you can clearly see the 5 drive bays. Each bay is numbered from 1 to 5. Each bay is hot swappable, which means drives can be replaced without completely shutting down the NAS. For this setup, we are using Seagate IronWolf 2TB hard drives. These drives are specially designed for NAS environments and 24/7 operation. Now it is time to connect the Synology DS1525 NAS. First I am connecting the power cable to the NAS power port. Next we connect the network LAN cables. This NAS includes 2 LAN ports and we can connect one or both cables depending on our network setup. Using dual LAN connection can improve network performance and also provide network failover protection. Now everything is connected, so let's power on the Synology DS1525 NAS. I am pressing the power button on the front side of the NAS. After pressing the button, the system start booting up. During the first startup, the NAS may take a few minutes to fully boot because the system is preparing the hardware and storage environment. Now you can see the hard drive LEDs blinking on each drive bay. This is completely normal during the startup process. The NAS is currently reading the hard drives and checking the storage system. During this time, the system initializes the disk, detect hardware and prepare the operating system. That's why the drive activity lights continue blinking. Now let's begin the software setup process. First, go to your web browser on the computer connected to the same network as the NAS. Now type Synology in the search bar and open the Synology Download Center website. Now we need to enter our NAS model number. In the search box, type DS1525 and select the correct Synology NAS model. After selecting the model, the download center will display all available software DSM version, utilities and documentation for this NAS. After downloading the Synology setup utility, now let's run the installation. Open the download setup file and start the installation process. Now the Synology setup software scans the network and finds the NAS automatically. As you can see, the software detects the NAS and displays the DHCP IP address assigned by the router. This IP address is very important because we use it to access the NAS through the web browser. Now copy or note the display IP address. Next, open your web browser and type the NAS IP address into the address bar. After pressing enter, the Synology DSM web setup page will open. Now the Synology NAS login screen has opened in the browser. Here we need to enter the username and password to access the NAS. Type the administrator username and password that were created during the initial setup process. After entering the login details, click the sign in button. Once logged in, we can access the Synology DSM dashboard and start managing the NAS. Now click on Control Panel inside Synology DSM. From here, go to File Services. Here you can see SMB, AFP, NFS, FTP, Rsync and Advanced Setting. SMB is mainly used for Windows file sharing. AFP is used with older macOS systems. NFS is commonly used in Linux and virtualization environments. FTP allows remote file transfer access, and Rsync is widely used for backup and synchronization. Now let's go to User and Group Setting. This section is used to manage user account and permissions for the NAS. Here we can create multiple users for different people inside the office or home network. We can also create groups like admin, staff, IT department or backup users. This helps simplify permission management and improve security. Now let's look at the domain setting inside Synology DSM. This feature allows the NAS to join a Windows domain or Active Directory environment. In business networks, this is very useful because user can log in using their existing domain accounts. This improves centralized management and user authentication. Now let's go to external access settings. Here we can configure QuickConnect DDNS router configuration and advanced settings. QuickConnect allows secure remote access without complicated setup. DDNS helps connect to the NAS using a domain name instead of a changing public IP address. And router configuration can automatically configure port forwarding on supported routers. Now let's open the network setting. Here we have general network interface, traffic control, static route and connectivity settings. Network interface setting allows us to configure LAN ports and IP addresses. Traffic controls helps manage network bandwidth and static route setting helps control network traffic between different networks. Now let's move to the security settings. This section helps protect the NAS from unauthorized access and network threats. Here we can configure firewall protection, HTTPS secure connections, certificate management and automatic IP blocking. These settings are extremely important for protecting important data. Now let's open the info center. This section displays detailed information about the NAS system. Here we can see CPU usage, memory usage, DSM version, storage details and network status. This is very useful for monitoring system health and performance. Now let's open the login portal setting. This section allows us to customize how users access the NAS through the browser. Here we can configure HTTP and HTTPS ports, application portals and custom login access settings. Finally, let's open update and restore setting. Here we can check for DSM updates, security patches and system improvements. We can also backup and restore NAS configuration if needed. Keeping DSM updates very important for security, stability and performance. So this is the complete setup and overview of the Synology DS1525 NAS. I hope this video helped you understand the installation and configuration process step by step. In our next videos, we will continue learning more advanced Synology features like creating share folders, configuring user and groups, RAID creation, storage management, backups and much more. So if you want to continue learning NAS technology and server management, make sure to subscribe to the FIX TRIX channel and turn on the notification bell.